Imagine a world where the summers scorch and the winters freeze, where natural disasters become an everyday occurrence, and the Earth's biodiversity shrinks at an alarming rate. Can you picture it? Well, this isn't a dystopian fantasy. This is the terrifying reality that our planet faces due to climate change. Climate change, a term that has been buzzing around for decades now, isn't a mere fluctuation in weather patterns. It's a significant and lasting change in the statistical distribution of weather patterns over periods that range from decades to millions of years. And yes, it's as serious as it sounds. The World Meteorological Organization confirms that the past 6 years, from 2018 to 2023, have been the warmest on record. The global temperature has risen by 1.2 degrees Celsius since pre-industrial times, inching dangerously close to the 1.5-degree threshold that scientists warn could trigger extreme weather events and irreparable damage to our ecosystems. And it's not just the heat we need to worry about. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change reports that sea levels have risen by about 20 centimeters since the start of the 20th century due to melting ice caps. This rise threatens to submerge low-lying nations, displace millions of people, and cause billions in property damage. Speaking of property damage, the frequency of natural disasters has skyrocketed. According to the Center for Research on the Epidemiology of Disasters, the number of climate-related disasters has more than tripled since the 1960s. Floods, hurricanes, wildfires, droughts, you name it, and it's happening more often and with greater intensity. Now, let's discuss the impact on biodiversity. The World Wildlife Fund's Living Planet report states that populations of mammals, birds, fish, reptiles and amphibians have declined by 68% on average since 1970. Climate change only adds to the pressure these species face, threatening to trigger the 6th mass extinction in the Earth's history. But it's not too late. We have the knowledge and the tools to combat climate change. We can reduce greenhouse gas emissions, transition to renewable energy, and adopt sustainable farming practices. We can plant more trees which not only absorb carbon dioxide but also provide habitat for wildlife and improve air quality. In conclusion, climate change is a grave threat and its impacts are far-reaching and devastating. The Earth's temperature is rising, sea levels are increasing, natural disasters are becoming more frequent, and biodiversity is declining at an alarming rate. But there is hope. We must act now, not tomorrow, not next year, but now, to mitigate the impacts of climate change and preserve our planet for future generations. The clock is ticking, and it's high time we listen to its alarm. One of the most effective ways to combat climate change is by planting more trees. Trees are nature's own carbon capture and storage system. They absorb the carbon dioxide, one of the main greenhouse gases, and store it in their trunks, branches, leaves and roots, helping to slow the rate of global warming. But the benefits don't stop there. When you adopt a tree, you're not only helping the environment, you're also supporting local communities. Many tree planting projects provide jobs and income for people in developing countries. And by protecting and restoring forests, we're promoting biodiversity, giving a home to thousands of species that might otherwise have nowhere to live. So what can you do? We encourage you to take action today. Visit the link in the description and adopt a tree. It's a small step, but remember, every tree counts. Together, we can make a difference. We can fight climate change, support communities, and protect biodiversity. Remember, every tree counts. Let's make a difference together.